The internet and technology has had a big impact on every area of life, and because of that, I think what people expect in the classroom, teachers and learners, has changed. So learners expect things to be as they are outside, online, easy to access, easy to use, and they expect that to be in the class as well. For teachers, the really good news is there's loads of things there for them to use. There's loads of content that's being created, for example, TED Talks, they can use these in the class. There's loads of communities of practice which share ideas. So on Twitter, for example, there's a group called MFL Twitterati. They share practical ideas and tips for teaching different languages, not particularly English, but the same tips and strategies are really useful. So a great place, technology has really provided more things to use and more places to share. The difficult thing about technology is that there's so much choice, it can be completely overwhelming, and it's often really difficult to know where to start. We hear a lot from teachers that they feel they lack confidence to try new things in the class. And of course, if you use a lot of technology, you have to be, particularly if you're teaching children, you have to be really aware of data protection, privacy. Schools will have their own policies, but that's the key thing, making sure that the children are safe in an online environment and have the skills to keep themselves safe and know what to do. Technology is appearing more and more in the classroom. There's more and more broadband use of devices, group tablets, computer rooms. So that's great. The amount of technology used in the classroom is increasing, but not as much as it could do. So again, I think the difficulty is confidence. It takes a long time to get to use something new in the class. So for teachers to integrate more into the class, I'd suggest try one thing, try Quizlet, try Kahoot, try it tomorrow, and then build up the amount of technology you use in the class. Also, it's not just in the class that you can use technology. It can help you planning, it can help you prepare. You can use things to organise your workload. So there's lots of ways technology can help outside the class, inside the class, to evaluate the class, to create content. Definitely, I think there's lots more that people can use and do. There's loads of new technologies that can have a really fantastic impact on education. You can see them in lots of other areas. So for example, VR, virtual reality, has been used really effectively for things like medical training. So you can use this in your classroom so your students can go on a trip as if they're there, and they can practice using language in particular situations. They can get used to something if they feel anxious about, for example, a job interview. They can use VR for feeling less anxious and knowing what's going to happen and really getting prepared. There's other things. There's lots of new technology which is improving all the time. So speech technology is getting better and better the more that people use voice interfaces. And you can see that, automated speech markers are getting better. So these are all really exciting things that are going to appear more and more in the classroom. Technology has allowed assessment to really become more effective, more efficient, more personalised. So, for example, the use of adaptive testing, computer adaptive testing, where instead of every student sitting the same 100 questions, a computer adaptive test would present one question. If you get it right, you go to a more difficult one. If you get it wrong, you go to an easier one. And then it stops when it's clear the student has got to the right level. So this means tests are personalised, and also students don't complete tests that are just way too hard. It stops at the right level for them. It's been a fantastic conference. I've really enjoyed it. The best thing I think has been meeting so many people from different contexts and tons of practical ideas. I've been to workshops and have walked away with just loads and loads of really creative, useful ideas. So yeah, it's been an excellent conference and I've really enjoyed it.